Oh, 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 man. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're very kind. That's probably the most embarrassing I've ever seen in my life. I can't believe that I had so many pairs of glasses. And Cade, what's that with Cade? Now I got to worry about going fishing with him. This is very nice. Oh, thank you very much, everyone. And Meryl, this has Meryl's footprint all over, doesn't it? I mean, not as her voice, but thank you very much for obviously taking some care. Anyway, I'll talk to you more about that later. In 30 years, if it ever happens again, we're going to have to, let me put this down here for a minute, we're going to have to work on those pictures a little bit. Anyway, I am humbled by that. It's very, very exciting. So the video appears to make it sound like I did all this. I'll take credit for bringing some people together over the last 20, 30 years. I'm very proud of that. But first of all, as you can tell by the video itself, Bernice is more popular than I am, okay? So I think she's, are you down here somewhere, Bernice, or not? Just stand there. I can't see you, Bernice. I don't, thank you, dear. I don't know how I could ever have kept on the track, and you know that Bernice did all the work. Everybody knows that. Close people know that Bernice did everything. I just took most of the credit, which is, I guess, a good marriage. That's a good thing, type of thing. I guess also next to Bernice is my older brother, George. He won't have any problem standing up. There he is. You see, George helped us all the most because he's my older brother, and my parents asked him first if he would take over the Mixing Bowl Catering Company. And George looked at him and said, Mom and Dad, I've seen the 18-hour days you work. No, thank you. I'm going to go off and become an engineer. And he did, which means by default, I took over the company back in those days, which is kind of cool. So George, thanks for saying no, or you'd be up here right now for all I know. You saw a little bit in the video. 2003 was a pivotal year for Bernice and I because we were able to capture a wonderful partners in terms of Kelvin Lee and Annette Lee. You need to know that it's Kelvin's leadership and what I call his business courage to take Catersource on, and it's a complicated business, Catersource. He, more than anybody else, has helped us get to this new plateau. Just look around here, look around the numbers of people, look around the trade show this afternoon. It's really Kelvin, and we thank wherever he is in the audience. Thank you, Kelvin, very much. He's usually in the back somewhere. But, there's a guy who's over there pointing to him. Are you over there, Kelvin? Ho! Thank you very much. See, he won't stand up. He doesn't want you to know who he is, I think. I don't know. What can you say about the staff? We had an early Catersource office that had incredible staff. Some of those fine people are actually here in the room today. And, of course, our Minneapolis office is second to none, running the company right now. And our staff did so much for us that Kelvin and I don't even know about. Which is a good thing, I guess. The company grew because of their creativity and everything they needed to do. How can you get to this size, I can clearly tell you, without the help of business partners and the ICA, NACE, IMCA, ACF, just name a few. Without their help, we would not, and their dedicated help, we could never have gotten to where this company is today. Back in 1992, our first conference had 345 wonderful attendees, paying very little money in those days to get to the conference. And we had 3 tables in the back of the room where we had some vendors. We didn't call them vendors. I didn't know that word in those days. They were just guys selling stuff to caterers, okay? And they said they'd buy one of our coffee breaks. I said, great, take all the tables you want back there in the back. Today, when you go to the trade show, and tomorrow, you're going to be amazed by the literally hundreds and hundreds of exhibitors and sponsors we have now today. We could not do anything without these folks. And being true to my own belief, you've got to thank these people by buying something today. Will you buy something today? How am I going to buy something today? Okay, cool. Lastly, there's thousands of customers in this room that really have supported us for many, many years. And their help and suggestions, and most importantly, their critique is very important for the growth of CaterSource. And you know who you are, and we thank you very much. Now, I'm meeting some of you today for the first time. Some of you I'm meeting, I haven't even met yet, but there's a lot of you in this room who have known me for 10, 12, 15 years. And there's a bunch of you who are sort of like a little inside clique, of which Meryl is one of those fine people, who have become true friends and who have laughed and dined with us as we planned everything goes on in CaterSource. What about the future? I'm not retiring. I don't want to retire. I've started a new website called cateringguru.com, which you can check out. I'm going to continue to teach for CaterSource and do special projects with them as long as they want me and as you want me. Got a new book coming out soon. I'm going to continue to offer consulting and training for both caterers, and I'm going to work with some vendors, the people that make goods and services, to present to you. I'm going to try to help them do some new things. I will always continue to support the amazing growth of this particular company. You need to understand that Mike Roman and Kelvin Lee also, we're still partners of UBM CaterSource and shareholders. So we're going to be on top of things and watching whatever we can do to help. I need two things. One, as I close, I need you to just humor me by repeating my line that I love the saying. Would you try to do that for me? It's kind of corny. So let's follow the rules. There has never been a better time to be a caterer. And lastly, as I look at my notes, I want to thank my mom and dad. My mom was the best caterer I ever knew, and she got me started in this and trained me and did everything I could. So on that, Josephine and Ben Roman, they were the team that got me where I am today. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, and keep coming to CaterSource, and we appreciate it, and I appreciate this honor very, very much. Thank you very much.
Gentleman, Michael Roman. Michael, stay with us.